This episode is probably sponsored by Mountain Dew, where if you look at this right here, you'll find out that this thing has no nutritional value. 0%, 3%, 15%. We're good. Anyways, people have been asking for my Ghostrick deck for a while, so we took this duel video to do it, and it was not really displayed that well because of the world's worst matchup ever. So yeah, I'll try and do some more duels with this sometime, but
not in real life, please.
Yeah, there'll be like online duels and crap, because that duel, that third one was like 30 minutes, but you know, here's the Ghostrick. 3 Jiangshi, main card. I'm lying. She's not that important. Only thing she does is she gets you level 1s. You never ever have more cards for her ever. Unless it's later game. 3 Mummy. Why do you run 3 Mummy, they asked. I killed them. No. Mummy, what he does is he fills your field up really fast, and that's good for Skeleton and Doll. And he also he's 1500. People bottomless him because they're mean. There's not very many targets for bottomless and stuff, so they hit him. And a lot of your cards is constantly getting flip summoned, so they always miss the opportunity for Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare. If you special summon a card face down using, what's it called? Mary, you flip summon it, the flip summon overrides the fact that it was special summoned, so you know. 2 Skeleton, you don't need 3 because he's a bad card. He's kind of the purpose of the deck, but if you get him, if you draw him, top deck him, bad situations, stuff, he does not help you at all. He's there when you got combos. And 1 Stein, because I hate Stein, he's bad. The thing is, you have to first of all get a direct attack off. You got to be able to successfully get this guy summoned when he's got 1,600 attack. Then you have to do damage with him. If you can get all those requirements, you deserve to get that spell. Level 2s. 3 Doll. She's kind of the main point of the deck right now. You get her and you start filling up your field and your opponent can't touch you. But then there comes a point when you need to get her off your field so you can start doing combos and crap, and then she keeps setting everything. Her setting everything face down effect is mandatory, so. 1 Witch. You don't need more than 1. Especially when I'm using 1 Yuki-Onna. Yuki-Onna's best card ever. She's pretty. Look at her. She's just so pretty. She's my favorite Ghostrick card. And her and Witch do kind of similar things. This card sets it down permanently for you, and she just flips it down. She targets though. Yuki-Onna just kind of like, you're down. Level 1s. 3 Lantern, 3 Frost, 3 Mary, 3 Specter. That is 12. 12 level 1s. It's a lot. You don't need 3 Specter, but Specter's good because he lets you draw. Mary gets you to Doll. Jackfrost is best card because it doesn't target and sets things. And Lantern saves your face-up Ghostricks. So, yeah, you can change that up if you want to build this deck yourself. You can modify that, and the side deck's really just extra cards you can be using, so I'll just explain that later. Spells. 3 Ghostrick Mansion, because this card you really want to get to. This is what lets you attack. And the 3 Parade, because this is what lets you set up. And when you're trying to just stop your opponent from winning, you use Parade. And you use the Parade to do stuff. If you're trying to do a battle thing, by battle, you get Mansion. And the Parade searches for Mansion. So, I was using Terraforming for a while, not using the Terraforming anymore because I'm running the 3rd Parade. The only 3, I thought it was 5, but there's only 3 Ghostrick cards, or non-Ghostrick cards in the deck. 2 Swords of Concealing Light and a Book of Moon. I do have the 3rd one, and I sided against Noble Knights. But, you don't really need this when you're using other cards, so. 2 Scare and 2 Night. These 2 cards work together along with the 1 Ghostrick-Go-Round. These 3 cards are built to keep these 2 cards live, and these 2 cards is what makes it so you can win using your loop. Loop is just infinite, like mill like 5 cards a turn every single turn, and you just start killing your opponent. And so this is just those there. We're just gonna move on to extra. 3 Alucard. Once again, sorry about the sleeves. I haven't undouble sleeved them. You know, everyone's like, dude, we finally found a use for these sleeves. And then Konami's like, screw you. You can't actually do something with your money. 2 Socuteboss, because you can summon her, and you have to get the stinking doll off the field, which is so bad. 3 Dullahan. He halves big monsters, and that's great. It's just like, he gets strong himself. When he summons, he instantly makes himself 1,200, which is good, and so. 1 Slacker. 1 Downerd, technically 3. I don't actually own a third one. I just got a second one, and this one's Matthias's, but I've just been using Princess Cologne as fillers because she's pretty. This will be a second Downerd. Yeah, look at that. Look at how pretty she is. Look at how pretty that is. I guess you can't really tell. Here, let me take this out of sleeve. You're gonna look at the pretty Princess Cologne. Look at that. Does that just not look adorable? Hashtag Kawaii. 1 Zenmaines, because popping things is always good. This because he recycles your level 3s, so you can make this using 2 mummies, and then you can put back into your deck a Jiangshi and a Stein. It doesn't specify the ones, it just specifies sending it. And you gain 400 billion life points. And when you got this out and the field spell, your opponent can't touch you for like ever. And 1 Shadow Lich because we have the room, and he can be really nice in certain situations. So yeah, this is what we were using as a side deck, but it's not an actual side deck. These are just cards you can use. Stein, you can use more Stein. I hate using Stein, but you can use more. Werewolf, he's good if you want to do poke damage. He does not do much. He does like what? Maybe like 100 a turn. 100 up to like 2,000 is max, but you're never going to be getting that 2,000. So you can go somewhere from like 100 to 1,000 a turn, which is not too bad, but you know. Ghoul's good if you're trying to get a big beater on the field. I've been using him forever. I just recently took him out. And you can use a second witch like Dexon Enigma does, but you know. Terraforming is a good card. It lets you deck thin and get to your field spells since your field spells are important, but I'm personally not using them at the current moment. Pot of Duality is a really good card. I'm only not using it because I'm trying to keep this deck as fast as possible, so I'm trying to be able to go off right away. But Pot of Duality is not bad in this deck. That's just something I've been trying. 1 Day of Peace. I like the card. The only reason why I don't use it is because it turns off the ability to use Mary. Dark Hole. I would only suggest using Dark Hole, sorry about that, if you're using Vanish. Just because you don't lose your own cards. You can use more of these. I definitely side one of these, but it's a good card. Activating this, it's the reason why you still use it, no matter what, is it just boom, everything's down, and that's what you need. You need to be able to instantly set everything, so that's why we use this. Like I was saying, Terraforming's good. You can use a 3rd Scare. I'm only using 2. Vanish is good. I just don't use it. I side it in when I know my opponent's using some deck that really spams on focusing like Extinction and stuff, because you really do gain a lot of field presence, and so this is your way to get out against the Extinction. But you know, and you can use Wabaku. He actually sided those in. I don't like the Wabaku that much because once again you don't take the damage, so then you can't get the effect of Mary, which is the only problem that I have. This deck is very, very simple. Like I was saying, what is it? It's got a 5-card trap lineup. What is it? I think it's like 11 spells or something. No, it's 9 spells. Yeah, 9 spells. And it's only using 3 non-Ghostrick cards in the entire deck, which makes my build very different. Your key thing is you want to open with any of these cards except for these in your hand. These are the only cards you do not want in your hand. The reason why you don't want these are your options. Any card you're running at less than 3, you don't want to draw. These cards are what you search for and get on the field. Your main plays is open with either this card or open with this card, because you have to get something down first. Make sure you have something like a Specter, and make sure you open with one of your 6 field spells. Once you do so, you are then able to go off and flip this up and start summoning crap, and go summon, and then go like summon and set a bunch, and then doll effect, set skeleton, and then you use your field spell and your trap cards to stop your opponent. And on the next turn, you flip, you flip it in this order. This card, this card, this card, search for Stein, let's say, flip, and then normal. Well, more like you normal and then flip, but Banish 5, search, and then end phase, set a bunch, you know? But instead of setting, I mean, if you want to, you can do some XYZing with this. That way when you set, you can summon again once from your deck, something. Like I was saying, the deck is very, very explosive in that aspect. The hardest part about the deck is you have to get this card, and you have to get a field spell. If you can open with these 2 cards, and hopefully some sort of protection using like Go-Round and stuff, you've won the game And that's just it. Sorry, this deck was a little bit longer. This is just actually the deck I play myself. And so I was trying to use this to show you the Ghostrick build I've been playing for a while. For a while, it was the strangest Ghostrick build you've ever seen, in which it was monster spam, monster like destruction. I was using ghoul and stuff, and you could spam 5 monsters and beat them down in a couple turns. But there was some consistency issues I kept having with always having level 1s. I was using Cain and Abel for a while too, but Cain and Abel takes up so much space in your side, or in your extra, because you should be running 2 of each. And since I didn't really want to devote my build to Cain and Abel, I just didn't do it. So there's the Ghostrick deck. We'll be doing more series. We're going to try and work on a Medolce one later. And I think we were going to do Medolce versus Bujin. We'll try and get that up soon. We'll keep doing with you guys' requests and such. And thanks for watching. Yeah.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul.